What's going on, Garrett?
What's going on, Michael?
Being an entrepreneur, pros and cons. What do you think?
Well, I've been one my whole life, pretty much. Even I've gone as far as to sleeping on a couch for $200 a month rent while trying to chase my first business. So it's near and dear to me. So I'd say that's one thing that can be a challenge is as an entrepreneur, there's no guarantees as to how you're going to get paid next.
Now, that's definitely a con, right? I mean, the pro of having a regular paycheck is you know what's coming in.
It's a pro and a con, actually, because you soon realize that you're directly in control of the money that comes into your pocket. So while there's no safety net, there is also the potential to go up higher, and you start to realize and trust yourself. So it can be both.
That's true. I mean, the pro of an entrepreneur, the reason is, first of all, you can work for yourself under your own terms. And if you do it right, your income potential is basically unlimited. Where if you have a job, you're trading time for money, you get paid by the hour, you can make more money by, working more, working harder. You can ask for a raise, get your 3 to 5% raise. So you're capped, right? You kind of sacrifice freedom and how you can work and the upside potential. But getting to that point as an entrepreneur is challenging.
Yeah. I think people, they see so much instant gratification on, social media and whatever else, where it says, oh, this guy just started trading and all of a sudden he's a millionaire and all this stuff. And the reality is you're putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort to get beneath the surface. If you think about it, you're really trying to go a mile deep and an inch wide to get to the gold. That's really kind of the best analogy I can give it took me 10 years to get to this point. And I think people kind of underestimate that it can take that, a decent amount of time to get to the goal. You're actually making a decent amount of money.
Well, it's instant gratification. I think that's kind of the thing. I think people crave security on the one hand, and of course, having a W-2 job, they think it's stability, but as we know, many people have gotten laid off or fired for no reason at all, even after many years of service. So it's kind of a false sense of security, but people think it's more secure. And then there is that delayed gratification as an entrepreneur. I think is correct because it takes a while to break through. You make $2,000 a month here, nothing the next month, or nothing, and then you make $2,000. And it takes a while, and you have to be able to stick with it. And if you look at almost any other business, if you compare to real estate, breaking into real estate is significantly easier, in my opinion, than so many other small businesses that you can possibly think of starting.
Yeah, and I think this is a really good point because there's so many resources out there available to you to kind of, there's a learning curve with any business, and learning any business in general. You can significantly minimize that through, a multitude of different channels, especially like a mentorship, with TMB or something like that. It just dumbs that down. So you can get there faster. And then also the business model in general, it's not only scalable, but it's easily translatable. So everybody you're talking about multifamily, you can all talk the same language. It's like a language, right? Maybe you're going to buy a service business or some other type. There's less probably people that do that, or it's harder to scale that business or harder to get information on how to run that business. So there definitely is a faster process to real estate.